Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of my new Tarot for Reinvention series. This is going to be amazing. I'm really excited about this new focus of my channel. But let's get started. I am Lavender Moon. I'm a psychic intuitive tarot reader. I'm also 45, a mother of school-aged children. I've been through divorce, I've been through grief and losing parents and siblings. I've been through burnout and a midlife crisis. So I have lots of personal experience, life experience to bring along with the fact that I am psychic and I do talk to my spirit guides, and I can also talk to your spirit or loved ones in spirit if the energy is right. So let's get started, and let me see, the title of this video is Who Am I Now? And I'm going to try to focus on those of us out there who have raised children, been through a divorce, and probably been burned out and considering a midlife crisis, and see what kind of guidance I can give you. So I'm going to start with the Higher Self Oracle deck and see what messages they have for us. Wow, this is actually really fitting for this reading. We have confusion. So after a divorce, after your kids have left the house and you're empty nesting, after you've been burnt out and you don't know where to go next because your career is just not resonating with you anymore, there is lots of confusion. You've got a lot of things going on in your head. You don't know which way to turn. I completely resonate with a lot of that. Then we have perseverance. And especially as a woman, you are expected to be strong and hold up the whole family and always know the answers and know what to do. And we have to persevere and we have to be strong and do it. And I know how that is too. I am the pillar of my family. My husband tells the kids, Mom's the boss. So I have to make a lot of decisions. I have to be the bad guy a lot of times, and I know what it's like. So for those of you that resonate with that, we're in a community together here. And welcome to my community. This is amazing. I'm really enjoying this. And so then we also have balance. And again, as a woman, I have always had to figure out the perfect balance of things. I know women, we do figure out the balance. I know men do as well. And I'm not trying to discount men or exclude men by any stretch of the imagination. So if you're male and you're here, or you're non-binary, or whatever you are, I welcome everybody. I'm not trying to exclude anybody. Thank you for being here. But balance, it's always good to have a good balance in life, especially when we're dealing, at the brink of burnout and considering midlife crisis. Balance helps us figure it all out, right? I want to go to the Enchanted Forest Oracle. I love how the cards, 95% of the time, I always only work with jumping cards, and the ones that jump out of my hands or out of the deck are the ones that are fitting for what I'm talking about. We have Sword, and it says harness your inner strength and courage to overcome challenges. I hope that picks up better than it looks like it is, but yeah, that is so fitting. We do have to find inner strength and courage, and we have to overcome things. I'm going to keep referring to women because I am a woman and I know what it's like, and it just resonates with me better. So again, I'm not trying to exclude men or any but other gender type, but it's just what resonates with me most. But as a woman, we're expected to be strong. I can't tell you how many times women have to step in and take over everything because a man just can't handle it, especially after the death of a pet or a loved one. The woman has to do all the work, and the man just kind of is expected, maybe not expected, but is just allowed to grieve. And when does a woman get to grieve? Behind closed doors, when, it's all at the end of the day and we're trying to go to sleep? And then we can't sleep because we're up crying all night? All right, off my soapbox. And I really do love men. I am married to a wonderful man. But sometimes I get a little frustrated that women have to carry the weight, right? All right, let's see. So who am I now? Exactly, Ace of Pentacles. Finding you're being presented with a new chapter in your life. You're being presented with a new opportunity, a new way to make money. Maybe this is your midlife crisis and you're just now figuring that your career does not resonate with you anymore. Yeah, I did that 3 years ago. I left my nursing career. I was a nurse for 20 years. I left that because it didn't resonate with me anymore. So this is your new opportunity, your new life coming in, because the pentacles are of the physical plane. So this is your new life coming in. Let's see what else. And it's going to be risky. And you've probably taken a lot of risks trying to figure out who you are. And it is confusing. I mean, the swords are about thoughts and communication. And the particular story of this card is that he fought two people and won. They usually talk about it being a card of lying, of getting ahead at all costs, maybe even cheating to win. But I did read somewhere where this guy fought two. It was an unfair fight. It was 2 against 1. And he was the one that was victorious. He was successful. But this card can also be, taking a risk. I mean, he did fight 2 people in 1, so that's a big risk that he took. All right. What else can we say about who am I now? So we have Temperance, a card of alchemy. She's pouring water and fire in the cauldron together to create something new. And I do think that's where you're at right now. You're trying to figure out what you are. And, this card suggests that you already know what you want to bring into your life. Maybe you don't. I'm kind of hearing, especially with that confusion card, I'm hearing that some of you don't even know what's next for you. But you do know that you want more time with your friends. You're tired of spending all of your free time with your family, with your coworkers. You just want to spend more time with friends. And I'm kind of seeing Steel Magnolias, where they always got together and talked, and like they were a close-knit group of friends. And they talked to each other all the time, and they were like a family in their own, or their own little family. I'm also seeing the Golden Girls, where they were like family. They were all just friends living together, but they became really close family. And I'm seeing that that's something that you would like more in your life, or some of you, maybe not everybody, but us women, we like connecting. We like connecting with others. And so I can't see how it wouldn't be for most of us. Okay. Whatever is in store for you and whatever you want to bring into your life to figure out who you are, you want stability. The King of Pentacles is the most stable king in the tarot, and he's also the most financially stable. He knows how to manage money well, and I think that's also what you want for your life. And it's very possible that a lot of us out there have a spouse or a partner who is the breadwinner, who is making sure that all the bills get paid, or making sure we have the income, because let's face it, most of the women I know are the ones making sure the bills get paid. The money just goes to the bank account, and then we take care of it all. Our husbands, our partners, they just go to work and bring in the money, and it's up to us to manage it all. So, but we are like that King of Pentacles. And, they have, genders on these cards, but the gender doesn't matter. All that matters is the archetype and the energy of it. And the energy is being stable, being grounded, and making sure that everything is secure. And that's what we do. And I think we all continue to want to be secure. Well, I've got the Queen of Cups here, and she is a nurturing, very nurturing energy. She is very emotionally intelligent, very emotionally grounded, does not let her emotions get the better of her, and is very in tune with her psychic abilities. So if you are tuning into your psychic abilities, we can do a series like that as well. Let me know in the comments. I can work on that. Because I didn't wake up to my psychic abilities until I was in my 30s. So there we go. Anyways, she's very nurturing. And I see her, all of us and her as being the nurturer, the mother archetype. And, this King of Pentacles could be the father archetype, the authority, whatever resonates with you. But I see that, we've been that nurturer. We do that. And we're always going to continue to be nurturers, because a lot of us are born nurturers. We're born that way. So that's something that's probably going to be, very stable about us is that's not going to change. But I think a lot of us are afraid of what we're going to become, and we're not confident enough to move forward and do something different. But this is where you ask for help. And if you're watching this video, you've already gotten to that point where you want help. And so know that I'm here for you to give you the messages that Spirit wants me to give you, and I hope that you can find some clarity and guidance through that. But no matter what you choose, no matter what you decide, we have the Six of Wands. This is a victory. This is being celebrated. And there's a lot of fire, like wands are fire energy, and so that the fire, the passion, I really see that you're going to figure out who you are and find that passion in you and move forward with it. There are new opportunities coming in for you to figure out who you are. And I think you are, like, you're there. Yeah, sure, the Three of Cups talks about, celebrating with friends, and I talked about, having more opportunities to hang out with friends. But this could just be you're already hanging out with your friends, and they're helping you figure out what you want to do with your life. And figuring out what you want to alchemize and change in your life with the Temperance card here. And this is one of there's only 2 cards in the tarot that have archangels on them, and Temperance is one of them. So this is divinely guided as well. So from that card, my advice from my guides is that you should meditate and before you meditate, ask your guides for guidance. Ask them for help. Say, I am at this crossroads in my life. I really don't know what to do. I know I need to move forward and do something different because what I'm doing is not resonating. And I don't know who I am anymore. Please help me find out who I am. And when you meditate, or at least in my experience, when I meditate, I get visions of things. It was like movies playing, like a dream, kind of like a daydream. You have movies playing in your head, and that's how I know it's from my guides, because I'm meditating. I'm not thinking about anything. They're coming in and telling me. Or sometimes I'll get a random thought in my head that I know isn't mine. It's from my guides. And I don't have multiple personality disorder, just a disclaimer. Okay. I do want to pull some moon magic, deep moon messages. They're affirmations. I think that will be very helpful. I know we didn't really talk about who you are and who you're going to become, but I hope I gave you a framework and guidelines for how to figure that out, because I can't tell you who you are. Only you know who you are. But if I can give you a framework to figure it out, then I've met my goal. Okay. So let's see, what affirmations do we want to pass on to these lovely people who are trying to figure out who they are after divorce, raising children, burnout, and maybe a midlife crisis as well. I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. Didn't I just talk about you know who you are? Oh, I wish that wouldn't be so glossy and reflect. There we are. Okay. And this is a lunar eclipse, and the picture on the back is really cool too. And then we have, I teach people how to treat me. That is so true for everybody. We do teach others how to treat us. And this is really cool. It's 2 people high-fiving. So that could be, you stepping into your era where you own the respect that you want to earn. And you tell others how to respect you, how to treat you. I'm going to pull an angel number card. Wow, Spirit's really chatty today. They want me to do a lot of cards today. This is really cool. Because I am really excited about this new chapter. And I think it's going to be really good for you. It's going to be really good for me. And I think we're going to learn and grow together. And this will be great. Okay. 3003, inspiration. I'm going to read the description of that one. Your creativity levels are positively surging. Your focus right now needs to be on where and how you express all that abundant, inspired energy. If you don't have an outlet for artistic expression already, seek one that suits your style. You have a beautiful, unique mind. Share it with the world. That is definitely fitting for figuring out who you are and what's next, especially if you're going through a midlife crisis and you're trying to figure out what career field is next for you. Maybe it's something in the creative realm. It could be being a tarot reader. It could be doing energy healing. Maybe taking art classes, painting, sculpting, drawing, writing. There's a lot of different things that you could do. I'm sure that if you have any of those interests, now could be the time that you make your hobbies make money for you. Wow. And figure out who you are. Because many of us spent so much time, if you have a career, starting our careers, learning about our careers, going to college, figuring out your careers, getting married, being the mother or the wife, and then becoming the mother, or for the males, becoming the husband and becoming the father. And we never had time to figure out who we were anymore. I think I was lucky in the fact that I went through divorce and figured out who I was again. I went through grief and loss and figured out who I was again because I lost all of my parents, and let me tell you, after I lost my mother, I had to figure out who I was again. So I had all these transformations in my life, all these rebirths. And without the support of my loving husband, I would have not figured out that I'm a psychic tarot reader and I'm a medium. So there are so many things that you need to figure out, and getting the love and support that you need is very crucial. And I'm here to love and support you, and I hope that we can build a community here that will be loving and supporting for everybody involved. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped you, and I wish you the very best on your journey.